to get your cigarettes?
Nope.
Alright. The first subject I actually wanted to freaking touch on, and it makes a lot of sense too if you think about it. Why is it, honestly, why is it okay for somebody, even in rap songs you hear it a lot, and in movies too, why is it okay for somebody to call somebody else a faggot, but it's not okay for them to call a black person the N-word? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest, like, we've all made freaking jokes, whether it's about religion or freaking, whether it's about race or whatever the case is. But there's actually a line that you actually cross, you know what I'm saying, one way or another. You can't really go out and just be like, oh, why are you acting such like a faggot for? If you're going to go out to your friends and tell them, well, why are you acting such an N-word for, or something else like that, if you're not going to say that to them, then why would you actually say, you know, the F-word? That's something I actually don't understand why people actually continue. And you hear it in rap music a lot. I mean, there's a lot of rappers that caught on to it and said, yeah, you know what, maybe I shouldn't be saying that on the strength that, yeah, they do have a point.
Maybe it's just for attention.
Well,
just do it for attention.
I don't think it's attention. I think more or less it's probably more power over attention. Like, yeah, I got your attention, but now I have the power. Because, like, I mean, like I said, if you're not going to say the N-word, why the hell would you say the F-word? You know what I'm saying? No matter what your opinion is about anybody or anything.
I just think they want to make themselves look more higher up and have the other people more down than they really are.
Yeah, which I never understood that. But well, let's jump on this subject too. How come more and more I'm hearing freaking white people and Spanish people, for that matter, and people that aren't of the black freaking race saying the N-word? Like, isn't that freaking, like, no lie, whether it's in jail, whether it's in freaking, like, Wine Dance, whether it's in freaking Port Jeff, no matter where the hell it is, there are white people standing directly in front of black people dropping the N-word left and right.
You think they're just trying to fit into...
I don't think they give a shit either way, on the strength that nobody's correcting them on it. I think that's what the fucking problem is. Excuse my language.
No, that's okay.
I think if somebody actually stepped to him, well, bro, listen, first of all, you're not going to be using that word around me. Don't be saying it. I've corrected so many white people, too. Like, listen, do you understand where the freaking N-word comes from? Like, do you actually understand where the term Negro comes from? It's actually it's either Greek or Latin, I forget. But it's actually a term that actually means black property. That's actually what it means. It doesn't mean black boy. It doesn't mean black women. It actually means black property. That's what it means. And that's why when the freaking all men were created equal and all that shit was actually freaking written, they knew what they had in mind. Because black people were not freaking men or women to them. They were black property. Unfortunately, they were property because they were being bought and sold.
Yeah.
So that's what the term Negro actually derives from. But yet you hear it all the time. No matter if you say Negro or any form of that word, you're still saying that word. Let's be honest.
I don't know.
As far as black people are concerned, I mean, no offense, that's their word. They could use it, do whatever they want with it. I pretty much think they earned it on the strength that white people have been calling them that for how long? Mm-hmm. If they take the word, they could do whatever the hell they want with that word. It ain't my word to say. I'm just saying it's nobody else's word to say. And I don't understand why white people, Spanish people, or anybody else should be using that word.
They shouldn't. It's just trying... Me personally, I think they're just trying to fit in a clique that they feel that would be more suitable for them.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Instead of actually gaining their respect, they're trying freaking, in my opinion, yeah, you're absolutely, it makes more sense that they're actually trying to just go overboard to get their respect and to actually gain their respect.
Instead of people being themselves nowadays, they want to fit in because they're too scared, or whatever the case may be, of how they feel about themselves.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is mine or yours?
That's yours.
Thank you. You're absolutely right. I honestly don't believe that anybody should be freaking... I mean, like I said, you know, my opinion is I already told you my opinion. That's where the term derived from. Should anybody be using it? Honestly, no. But I can't tell the black community and the black people actually what to do with this freaking word. Because, like I said before, white people have used it long enough that black people should be able to take it and say, you know what, this is our word now. We're going to do with it what we want to. Anybody else, don't use it.
No.
Just don't use it. You sound horrible doing it. It's outdated. For anybody of any culture except for black people to use it, it's fucking outdated. Let's be honest. Stop using that word. It's corny.
I just think people should just be themselves
Yeah.
instead of trying to fit into every certain crowd.
I honestly, especially white people, and I'm always the first person to freaking call bullshit when it comes to race this and race that. I'm always, hey, whoa, hold on. How come this race can do this and this race can't do that? Or how come this race can't do that and this race, or religion, or sex, or whatever? I'm always the first person to actually say that.
Because too many people.
But my first response in this situation is not to cut you off. Is white people do not use the N-word. Doesn't matter what clique you fit into, where you grew up. Do not use the N-word. Stop that.
No,
please, by all means, just stop that.
They just, I don't know. I don't know how to really describe it. It's just like I said at the end. It's just where they feel like they could fit in and. They can't be themselves. I mean, aren't we past that stage about, racism and all this and that?
Apparently not.
No.
Apparently not. And you know what it all stems from? Unfortunately, just no matter who wants to hear it or not, let's be honest, it all stems from freaking politics. No matter what side of the fence you fall on, they got everybody so looped up and so freaking, just wound up that it's just, people don't take a step back. Everybody wants to go full-fledged and freaking against the other person or the other race or the other sex or the other this or the other that. It's just social media and the politics has got everybody so wound up in Hollywood on top of that.
Well, what about the gays? A lot of people say, oh, you're trying to fit into this clique. What if they're not fitting into that clique? What if it makes them happy? You also also got that point too.
You know what it is?
I'm not trying to get off subject.
Yeah, no, go ahead. This is the subject is that we're talking about is pretty much not gay people or black people. It's just the subject of just discrimination in general and how everybody should just freaking get along at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Let's be honest. The thing about gay people is you can be whoever the hell you want to be.
Whatever,
you know what I'm saying?
At the end, whatever makes you happy, makes you happy.
At the end of the day, listen, if you don't like gay people, are they paying your rent? Honestly, no. Are they putting your kids through college? No. Why? What is it your business if somebody's gay or straight? It goes both ways. What if somebody's gay or if somebody's straight? What is it your business? You know what I'm saying? It's not your business. And for all you religious people out there, not for nothing, I have news for you. Back in the Greek days, right? Okay, the days of Greek mythology and gods and the days of freaking God and Jesus, guess what happened? Homosexuality was the actual norm. I hate to freaking tell you. So for all the religious people who actually don't believe and, oh, I don't believe that and they're going to go to hell, do your research. Because back then, that was the norm. What do you think the term gymnasium came from? It actually means naked. Women didn't go there and actually work out naked and freaking ball sack each other when they were freaking squatting and working out. No. Grown men, all men, and probably children too, all went there and got naked and had sex with each other and worked out because it was more than just a gymnasium where you actually work out. It's not a gym like it is nowadays. No, when you went to the sauna, what do you think you did? And like I said, it was the majority of it, 99.9% of it was all men. Homosexuality. It was around during the Greek days, the Greek gods. It was around during the days of Jesus. It was around during any freaking day that of any god who anybody believes in. And guess what? It's around today. It was around 20 years ago. It was around 100 years ago. It was around 200, 3,000, 4,000, 5 million years ago. Your pets, some of your pets are gay. Get over it.
Yes.
That's it. Just Get over it.
Let it be. Let them be happy. Let them do what they want to do. At the end of the day, if they're good people and they,
Yeah. Straight people, gay people, who the hell cares? Get over it. At the end of the day, they're paying you.
Who are highly religious to God.
Okay. Let's just put it this way. Elton John, right?
Yeah.
Freddie Mercury. How many other people are actually openly gay? If they didn't exist and they were shunned and screw them and they should burn in hell, do you know what music and entertainment and life in general would actually be like?
Boring.
Yeah, for the most part, like, there would be a lot of people that actually wouldn't exist if that's the way you believe, that they should all burn in hell and they should go away and this and that. Because guess what? Whether you're openly gay or you're secretly gay, you're still gay. So if you wish death upon them and they should go away, that means a couple of your friends, a couple of your family members are gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I agree. I completely agree on that one. But that's just... People need to accept people for who they are. Let them be happy.
Yeah.
Because like I said, they could praise the Lord and still,
end up in hell?
Yeah.
Let's call a spade here. You're absolutely right. The same person who doesn't praise the Lord and actually says, hey, this is me, accept me, how I am and who I am, that person can go to heaven. Why? Because he's actually done what he or she has actually done what they believe in their mind is actually right. What is this?
I'm sorry. Sorry.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Totally forgot.
But no, you're absolutely right. And I'll tell you a story about religion, right? And it's well known too. Okay, in Brooklyn, there was this car accident, right? And it was in a Hasidic Jewish neighborhood. So there was a car accident, right? And I don't know if it was 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I forgot exactly when it was. But the messed up part about it is, apparently, this car that was carrying Jewish people got into a car accident with a car that was carrying a black person. The black person was actually, his life was actually in danger. Where the Jewish person, I think, only broke their arm or their leg or something like that.
Wow.
So the black person is sprawled out all over the street, and they take the Jewish person because it's a Jewish ambulance that showed up first. So they took the Jewish person to the Jewish hospital and just left the black person to die. Why? Because of religion.
It's so sad how...
Tell me, somebody please tell me how that is actually freaking, like, just righteous. And how is that humane?
It's not fair.
At all. No, it's not.
We're all, at the end of the day, we're all human.
I think that's what people forget about religion a lot. And I'm not knocking religion whatsoever because, no offense, some of you actually freaking need religion. I even said this the other day when I was talking about Christmas. I said, I was talking to my family about Christmas, actually. I said, with all this BS about Christmas and who's going to buy somebody who and who's going to do this and what do we do? I said, there are people that are arrested right now, in jail, in prison, who don't have any family members, who don't have anybody. There are people who don't have mothers or fathers that passed away. There are people who don't have children or grandparents that passed away. And everybody's worried about who's going to buy who, what, and what we're going to eat on Christmas. I said, you know what, honestly, I'm so tired of Christmas. I have so many bills to pay. Just once, and I actually said this to my stepfather, too. And I actually meant it. I said, just once, maybe we do need to put Christ into Christmas. Just for once. So people chill the hell out.
Yeah.
And stop being freaking greedy about shit. Honestly. It's come on. It's just enough already. Enough with the shopping. Enough with the freaking Christmas spirit. Just listen. there are people who have nothing. I did not, there was a reason I did not sit around the table and say grace. I refused to. And I even told my sister too, because she actually wanted to. I said, I'm not doing this. And she said, well, why not? I said, honestly, I said, because there are people who have nothing right now. There are people who are freaking crying right now because they just have nothing. And we're going to sit around the table in a comfortable house, around a comfortable table with some good food, and we're all going to share stories about what we're grateful for. When there are people right now that have absolutely nothing. I said, I'm sorry, that sounds selfish to me. I can't do it. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. I said, I will eat this food, but I'm not saying freaking grace because, listen, I'm happy for everything and I'm graceful for everything. But in my opinion, to sit around the table and talk about what you have that other people don't have, it's just, in my opinion, it's just selfish, and I couldn't do that. Because I knew, like, right then and there when she wanted to do that, I can't do this. Like, knowing, like, I know a lot of people right now that are either homeless and don't have shit, or locked up and in jail and don't have anybody to talk to, or any family that writes them has nothing. But yet here I am, with food all around me and presents, and we're going to sit around a table and talk about what we're thankful for? Come on.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I totally hear you.
That's honestly the way I felt about that. I honestly just couldn't do that. I know it sounds ironic because you should be thankful for what you have, and I am thankful for what I have. But I honestly, in my opinion, I think, honestly, like, it's almost like the Thanksgiving Black Friday freaking, irony. How could you be thankful for something, and then the next day, you guys are tearing everybody's freaking heads off just to get the newest expensive gift? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that irony.
That's
How could you be grateful? How could you be grateful and say grace for everything you have, knowing it's like, okay, everything you have is sitting all around you. You know you're grateful for having it. Why would you sit around the table and be, yeah, I'm grateful for this, and I'm grateful for you, and I'm grateful for this. Okay, yeah, I know that. Let's be honest. We all have each other. We could tell each other that. We don't need to sit around the table and actually tell each other that before we're about to eat, knowing that nobody else has anything else, so maybe we should just tell each other that. No, why didn't you tell each other that yesterday? Why didn't you tell each other that an hour ago? You know what I'm saying?
You should say that to somebody every day.
That's what I'm saying. Honestly, Sarah, I tell you that all the time. I'm grateful for having you. You know, I love you. I can't freaking, there's no reason for us to have to wait to sit around the table for me to tell you that.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Not a lot of people say that they're grateful every day. And it should be. You should tell people that you're grateful.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. You should always tell people that you're grateful. You don't have to wait for a holiday for that. Just like Valentine's Day. That's what I never understood. Valentine's Day. Speaking of Valentine's Day, February 14th, that's when the first episode is going to arrive.
Oh, yes.
So wait for that, the first episode on February 14th on Valentine's Day. That was a great segue, by the way. And a great
really
plug.
Was. It really was. I liked how that whole introduction came along.
See that? That's how I do. We'll just wing it. But Valentine's Day, too. Honestly, Valentine's Day is a great day because you get a day to tell everybody how you love them and this and that. But, in my opinion, once again, if you didn't tell somebody that you loved them the day before, if you didn't tell somebody that you loved them 2 days ago, a week ago, 3 months ago, whenever, why are you waiting until Valentine's Day to tell them that? Valentine's Day is great. No offense to Valentine's Day and people, oh, Valentine's Day, I have nobody to love. No, you have a lot of people to love on Valentine's Day. It's just because you have nobody to sleep with on Valentine's Day doesn't mean you have nobody to love.
Exactly.
Let's be honest, it's not what Valentine's Day is about. It's about love.
That's what a lot of people think. Oh, yeah, I can't sleep with them. Oh, well, let me not, tell them.
That's not what Valentine's Day is about.
Love is from your heart.
Exactly. from friends and family. That's what a lot of people, once again, I think that's what a lot of people forget. Then once they hear Valentine's, they think, oh yeah, boyfriends and girlfriends and wives. And okay, well, if that's the case, then how come we were able to celebrate Valentine's Day in school? Probably not anymore, because people, parents or soccer moms, the Susans and the Sharons. And Valentine's Day? Woo! No!
Oh, no!
Oh, no! The Susans and the Sharons and the Karens, and there's probably a Lisa and a Linda somewhere in there, too.
Not my little one.
No, she can't fall in love yet. She's only 23.
I was going to say like 12, Dave. But...
Yeah, well, they're soccer moms, so 23 is good enough.
All right.
Forgive us for taking the quick break. I have to freaking take a swig of my beer and a quick hit of my bowl.